schedule, and therefore I see the next presenters already coming up. It's going to be Niki Durk and Christoph Doberl from Zynd, and they're going to tell us a little bit more how to integrate quantum key distribution in the application, so how to QKDise your applications.
So, hello, my name is Niki Durk from Zynd, and maybe you present you.
Hello, I'm Christoph Doberl from Zynd.
Yes, we are based in Linz. I talked yesterday about that. So we are a solution provider. We help people to solve their problems. We are programmers, network people with a hard focus on security. So at all, we are 36 people. And yeah, we are based in Linz in Austria, and doing a lot of research work together with the AIT. Thank you for that. We are joining also the QCI project, and we have the top-down approach. Wait. So we try to cookerize applications. This is a new word maybe, and we try to help you to find the application layer. So if you're going from the top down, you exchange your keys. Yes, you can build up a VPN connection. Yes, that's also possible. But the end-to-end encryption is really interesting. So we want to communicate with each other. And as we heard from Werner Strasser, that there is the Cloud Act from the US. We cannot trust communications from the US, maybe. And we should be really, maybe they're the Teams and the Zooms and the WhatsApps and so on. They were not really safe, maybe we do not know. And so maybe it is a good idea that Europe goes its own way. There is a lot of applications based on open source, which we can use and which we can add QKD and PQC extensions, and then we can have we can port them, we can maintain them, and this is our approach, that we give the people the possibility to extend existing software, maybe based on open source, maybe your own source, and we help you to cookerize it. So, for example, we cannot get the source from Teams. We tried it. Microsoft said no. So we used Jitsi instead as the source. And we began not with video conferencing, because this is maybe the highest layer. We started with the secure chat years ago. And then we started with email encryption. And then we made secure audio, and this was the beginning of the layers, and everywhere we used only open source components and projects. Yes, and maybe I give you the speech.
Thank you, Niki. Yeah, as Niki said, we are software developers, and so we are coming from more the user and we are coming more from the user and application perspective. Many speakers on the days before and also today, they are mainly focusing on network layers, network appliances, and considering the networks as the users. But in our case, we treat the people sitting in front of the machines as the end users. And for this specific use case with the secure video, what I would really like to point out here is that we are using end devices with QKD key material. How do we do that? You can see on this slide the blue lines, the dotted lines are the dedicated fiber with the QKD devices and the QKD trusted nodes in between, which is used for exchanging quantum key distributed material. In addition, to connect from the end device to the KMS that is distributing the quantum key material, we use post-quantum cryptography to secure this, like we call it the last mile, because at some point you will need to get into this secure environment. So this is the basic setup. You can consider each of these nodes sitting on each own side, connecting to its local QKD KMS. And so by this design, we have a setup that is only sending QKD encrypted traffic over the public Wild West internet. In order to start a secure video conference, the end device is connecting to what is shown on the left top side, the application server. In this process, the video client, which is a standard browser, is downloading the video application, loading it up in the browser, and also the second server. We need to get some kind of information for the user, like what groups are they in, what permissions do they have, how long can they access the KMS. And this is a gap that we discovered during development, that when treating with real end users, there is no standardization, no ETSI for this particular use case that is telling us how to deal with this. That's why we had to come up with our own solution, and going back and forth with this, we had a slide from another speaker today. On the top is the research, and the bottom part is integration, which was a linear process. But in practice, it's not always this linear, it's always going back and forth. That's also what we discovered here. And also, I would like to show a live demo of this. Let's hope that the technique is working. Perfect. So this is our video application, and in order to join a call, you can enter a name or you can join a previous call. And as you can see here, you get redirected to another service. This is what I shown earlier. This is the second service, the identity provider. And this is now the place where the user is meeting the KMS information. And in our setup, we say the identity provider has information on which permissions does the user have and can get, and is telling the KMS, you are allowed to serve keys to this particular user for this particular time, for this particular use case. Thank you for the time. And by connecting, I also have my user information. I just highlighted this information here in a real-world end-user facing scenario. This would be hidden and completely hidden by the user, but you can connect to any specific local KMS here, and once you hit connect, you are redirected back to the video application with your key material, and also you can see down here you are in a user session. So we have now connected end user information with KMS on a infrastructure level. And also to give you a proof that we are dealing with QKD encryption on an end device and not just on a network layer. Today I made a recording of how this would look like if you get the wrong key from the KMS. And this is just giving you proof that we really are encrypting with QKD material in the browser on the end device. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, also for the demo, the live demo. Any immediate questions? So I need to break the ice again. So you learned about myself that I'm a little bit of a paranoid person, that I'm also a little bit of a monetary-driven person. I'm also a little bit of a lazy person. So you have the solution for Jitsi, but how is the integration into my everyday life? So if I'm not using Jitsi, is it planned in the end to have it also integrated in other systems, other tools, technologies?
Yes, you can't. You have to use open source standards. At all, there are two ones. That's Jitsi and it's Corrento. It's Big Blue Button, the video engine behind Big Blue Button. And but it must be run on a trusted node. A video management system needs to open the videos and combine them and send them to the end user again. But it would be possible. The interesting thing is that all these things we can have it open source, and Corento, the Corento video cluster, for example, it was funded by the EU, but we don't use it. It's as performance as the other video conferencing systems, but we don't use it. And this is really a tricky thing what we have in Europe, that we are really excellent in doing things, but we don't use other things. I do not know why, but maybe we are very, very bad sellers.
Thanks for the answer, and this goes right up my alley. As I said, I'm paranoid, so I'm not going to use any of the big companies anyway. So thanks again to the speakers. Please stay on the stage.